Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm going to talk about my first project as an independent interior designer. And for my first project, that was furnishing and styling a farmhouse Airbnb. And real quick, if you see me looking down here, I am just reading off pretty much a video script because I go off topic really easily. And I wanted to make sure I made the talking points that I think are very important if you're first starting off. And yeah, if you just feel overwhelmed, I feel like I can help a lot. Also, real quick, I think some of these templates that I have or forms that I have in organizing myself, I think I might sell them pretty cheap on a store that I'm thinking about opening up. So hopefully by the time this video is up and if it has any views, like it's already linked down below. But I think it'd be a very useful tool just to feel organized and not too overwhelmed with all the information you're going to need to be gathering from these projects. So yeah. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. But anyways, to get started, let's just go into the first thing I have on my list. So the first thing is the initial client meeting. With that being said, this client that I had for this Airbnb project was a friend of my cousin's, and he already has two other Airbnb. Well, he had two other Airbnb. He still has them. He has done this before is what I'm trying to say, but he has two other Airbnbs, and for this one, it was just a new purchase that he had made for this home. Ooh, today is gonna be a long day. Okay, but anyways, what I am saying, he has experience of, renting out Airbnbs and having them do pretty well, but this time he really wanted to upgrade his service and just have a design expertise. Me kind of just help him. So yeah, so we met at a coffee shop and we just talked about what the home that he was purchasing and getting ready to like finalize all the paperwork and all that, and what he was kind of thinking of going for the project, like again the theme that he wanted, which was farmhouse, and his budget and his own background, and just kind of getting to know each other. Of course, he was able to ask me questions about myself. Didn't always have to be volunteer design, just personally how I work and my background in general and all that. So it was just good to getting to know if we would be good for each other, like working with one another, because obviously as much as like I can do the project myself, like I need to make sure he is satisfied with the services that I would be providing. So that was our first meeting and it went really well. And after that, I just let him know, like, I would obviously love to work. Again, I'm taking up any project since I'm first starting off. And it's ironic because I hate farmhouse style, but I actually really enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. So again, I was taking up this project knowing I just wanted to obviously make him happy. But after that, I just let him know to contact me if he was thinking we'd be a good fit too. And he pretty much was like, let's go type of thing, because he was also trying to finish this project within a month. But he sent me also what he was looking for in an email, which I can go ahead and display to you guys. I am going to be screen recording here so you can see everything. So let me open it up. The initial email, which you can kind of pause and read if you like, but he pretty much just told me what he was going for. Again, the house has this new tech and stuff, so he wanted to be a smart/modern farmhouse. And the location that it is in, he also wanted to keep true to that. He didn't obviously want to make, like, again, some other theme and it not fit the general area that his Airbnb is located at. So we made sure of that. Also, he included a budget, and this obviously helps me know like what type of things I'm able to provide, like inform him with that he can actually afford, because you don't also want to design a whole concept that the client isn't able to even like purchase. That's only going to create more frustration. So he sent me here the different rooms is how he wanted to work about it. We have the living room, the dining area, the bedrooms, which was 3 of them. The bathrooms, there's they're both 2 full baths, but one was more for like the 2 bedrooms, and then the master has its own personal bathroom, and then the miscellaneous, the furniture and decorations he had on there. And then he also had mentioned, again, making sure we knew each other's roles, but he mentioned that he would take care of electronics, appliances, kitchenware, and continue reading all that, the games, hospitality, any of that. He would be providing that. Again, this isn't his first Airbnb, so he knows kind of those other small little things that are important to people who are booking. So with that said, again, he gave me his budget. I went through it, and I went ahead and revised it because obviously bigger furniture is going to be way more expensive. So I moved numbers around and all that, which I'll show you here in a second. But I'll show you my response to his email. So I pretty much was, yes, I like to work with him. I went ahead and mentioned my service price. It is a little bit low, I would say, on the lower end of what maybe I should be charging. Well, at least compared to the hours that I did put into it. But again, since I'm kind of a beginner on my own and I'm trying to build this brand and make a name for myself, I did charge this price. And I had mentioned why I'm charging this price, just to make the client feel a little bit more transparent and comfortable and trust in me. There's all these little things that add up that you might not think of, like travel fees. And then since I was registering my business as an official business, there was obviously I can get discounts for different vendors. In-person meetings take up time, take up gas and all that. And then I was going to offer for my photography services since I have that background. So I was going to take the final images that he could go ahead and use for his Airbnb. And then I just mentioned that, and I have the schedule and stuff. If he was going to go ahead and agree to it, that he ended up signing. So I can show you that as well. I'm going to have to open this up. Oops. 1 second. So this is my payment and project schedule pretty much. Again, I mentioned how much I was charging, kind of a summary of how I would take those payments and how I work pretty much with meetings and all that. Because this is a schedule. You can kind of look through this. But again, very quick project. I literally had about 5 weeks. Although even getting this organized took like a week. So it was initially like a month of doing all of this. And this was around the holidays. So I had to make sure I had all this organized for Black Friday shopping and Cyber Monday to make sure we can get the best deals for all these furniture pieces and all that. So yeah, I have, again, this also, before I sent this to him, this helped me organize the parts that I would be doing, my role as an interior designer. If you haven't seen my other video, I do have a video about the whole process of how I go about projects. It's very similar to this. Again, depending on the project, you might have to tweak it a little bit. But I have, for the first review, conceptual design, and then I just changed it to what his needs were. Which was pretty much just a mood board, preliminary furniture pieces, and budgeting. Then you hear here, second review, the furniture pieces being approved, chosen and approved, and then buying them pretty much, because this is when Black Friday deals were happening. And then the third review was pretty much picking out any leftover items that needed to be picked up on. These were items like pretty much just decor, art, and all that, that I can do easily in person. It is a very time consuming, I will say. And again, this is why I feel like you gotta be careful with that. Because when you purchase an item online, obviously you're just waiting for it to get shipped. You don't have to do much work. But shopping online, to fit the whole theme you're going for is sometimes a little bit difficult when you're a little picky and you want it to look all cohesive, obviously. So that was December 2nd. And by then, a lot of furniture was already arriving, the things we ordered online. And I was just pretty much picking up, again, smaller items. But it was a lot of in-person, going back to the house and putting things together. And then lastly, I put detailing. I think we finished this project beforehand, even a week before, which was good. But we just put everything together, finishing touches. And again, even on the schedule, I have my automatic payments that will be charged to him in a invoice. Again, the amount and then any notes I might have to include, but $200 each week made up the price of the $1,000, and then final payment. And then yeah. And then I just noted as well, let me know ahead of time. I'm very flexible to work with him because he also is not from town. Well, he doesn't live in town type of thing. So I know that communication was very important about knowing what days he would be available and whatnot. And then here he signed it. As you can see, that's November 16th. So then as soon as he signed in, sent it back, we went ahead and got started on the first process. So let me close that. And then here I can show you that loom. 1 second. When I made that payment schedule as well, I had taken notes down about the house and maybe would be important. Again, how many rooms I would be styling, what rooms and whatnot, his budget. And this is all noted. I know I have this in a PDF form here, but this is excuse me. I'd be talking really fast, I feel like. This is from Notion, is what I use to organize my own notes, and then I have all the different steps. But it's a great tool. I would definitely recommend it. I believe it's free, if I'm correct. I'm not sure. But I'll link it down below if you guys are interested. It's just a great way to like digitally plan your notes, and you can do schedule and all that. But anyways, on to the next thing. So I had organized myself pretty much. Sorry, I ended up looking on here instead of my iPad. So we're gonna go into the first review. I pretty much came up with a concept of items I'd want to use type of thing. I will go ahead and show you quickly that pretty much, my presentation. Here we have, so in that email too, I don't show it on there, but he sent me inspiration pictures of what he wanted. I went ahead and included this in this presentation. I jotted down a couple things here of what, I closed out of it. I jotted down design elements that I wanted to incorporate within each of these spaces. It makes it a little bit larger for you guys. The kitchen and dining area, kind of what I was thinking that I would agree with. We have the living and desk area and the bedrooms, kind of a feel that we're going for. So this is inspiration he sent. And then here we have the existing design of the areas. And then I have new things here. I'm pretty sure I had a different presentation before this, but then I had to make tweaks to it again. But this is in person, a picture I took of this dining table that I really liked. But the thing is, I had 6 chairs. He wanted 8. So I just made note of all that. Items that could easily be purchased in person. I made note of that. The rough budget is what I kept in mind too, that he would be spending on this area. So that's kitchen and dining. Then we have living in the desk area. Again, pictures from before, kind of what I was kind of going for maybe. These are in-person pieces. You can kind of pause it if you like. And then we have the master bedrooms. And again, I did a mixture of in-person shopping, and I also did online. So then here we have existing, a bunch of items, the budget, total budget. This is the room with the family bedroom, because there was a full bed. And then there was a twin bed in there. Oops. Yeah. Well, this one is it. Sorry. Right? No. Sorry. Yeah. I'm confusing my own project. This is twin bed frame. Obviously, I put here in the full bed frame. So yes, this is a family room. And then just a dresser, something simple. And then here I have the third bedroom, which was just for another couple or an adult, and just kind of a king bed frame and some furniture pieces. And then lastly, this is a master, the bathrooms in general, because it's very easy to decorate. And then we have a patio area, which wasn't too big of a deal because during this time it was winter, so he didn't need these pieces urgently. But I have that listed on there. And then I have, again, my general rough budget that I had made. And I can show you also my own spreadsheet kind of for that. And my revisions on it. So here we have them listed by the area, and I have his initial budget in red and what I think he should spend on this room, actually, just because, again, I already know kind of general background of what furniture pieces are obviously way more expensive and where he should be kind of spending his money. So I went ahead and shared this with him. I just kind of kept that in mind, and then I could easily just adjust this and move numbers back and forth. But there's that, the quick rough budget. And then something important too, as I was going through all this, actually let me show you the revisions I did make real quick before we go into that. So these are the revisions. So after I sent him the first one, it kind of seemed like he really did want to order everything online, which was fine. And it was just kind of easier on him, I think, because he doesn't live in this general area. So I ended up actually choosing a lot of items from Wayfair, as you can see here. And that's where he mainly wanted to shop from. So I kind of had to pivot a little bit in the direction I was going for. But I did find a lot of items that I actually really liked. The one thing with Wayfair and like any other like, I guess, vendors like that are really big, but sometimes the quality might not be as great. You just have to read the reviews and just make sure everything matches like color-wise, like color match. So I ended up doing that. I did find a whole bunch of items. Like this table is beautiful. Obviously we did spend $1,000 on it. Definitely an investment. And again, this is why I move numbers around. We have a little art piece here, the chairs. We have this rug. All these items were actually purchased. You'll see here in a bit. But yes, I had to pivot a little bit to just shopping on Wayfair mainly. Obviously, a lot of the, I think mainly the decor pieces, I did end up just buying in person. Here is the living room and desk area, some items, and then I made note of anything that was important to me. Like I said, I'm currently showcasing side tables nor lounge table, whatever we originally had talked about. Here is a master bedroom. Here is that family bedroom, and then here's that other couple adult bedroom. And then here's a patio, and included a couple options, just 2 options, a lighter and a darker version. But this is what we ended up going, the general direction we went towards. So this is pretty much the final design we went for. So let me exit that. And then what I was saying with we had a shopping list, which again, I think this would be great to like share with you guys. So here I did have a project directory that helps me add numbers up, but to be honest, I didn't really use it because this project was a little bit smaller. But I do have the shopping list of items we saw online. I have a link. The dimensions are very important with this, the price, and then the purchase date and the total money spent, just to kind of keep track of everything. And everything in green we bought online, and like this and yellow I had just marked off as like we bought that, we would buy that in person. You kind of see all that. Like some of these smaller items were easier to buy in person. And then also we had to make sure everything would get here on time, so that's very important since furniture is very backtracked. Excuse me, hiccup. Yeah, that was pretty much it. In the bottom, I have in-person shopping for Sunday 12th or 13th. That's what he let me know, and I just set that down there. That's my shopping list. And then obviously, once we decided and finalized all the furniture pieces, and it was very easy, he was able to add everything to his cart and just go ahead and purchase it. And then we just waited for it to be delivered. And once it was delivered, obviously, we had to configure furniture, obviously install it. And then also just detailing, which I did all this for about like a week. It took me about a week, to be honest. It took me just a minute because I had to do a lot of shopping for art pieces and smaller decor. So that was pretty much it. Again, since this was just styling and furnishing, it wasn't too bad. It was just a little hectic because of the timeline. But most of the hard work, to be honest, was very much just putting everything together and ordering it and making sure the client is okay with like how much we spent and all that, which we did keep to the budget. I think he was actually towards the end, he was kind of like trusting me a little more, and he was okay with buying a couple more pieces. And the home is actually really beautiful, so I'm glad he was, you know, willing to invest in this home. So with that being said, I'm going to show you just a video of the before of, again, because he recently bought this home and then he was instantly going to try to rent it out for as an Airbnb. I'll show you before of the listing video. So just enjoy this real quick. Again, the home is already beautiful. It has all this new smart tech and stuff. It was remodeled. It's just that the people who recently owned it had to suddenly move type of thing. So there's no issues cosmetic wise. The paint color is the gray, so I was trying to warm up the home a lot to make it feel more homey. So that's pretty much it. I'll stop it there. That was, and then I have pictures, but you already seen the video, so that's not really that important. Those are the before pictures, and now let me show you the finished product. So I'm actually gonna go on my website here. So I'll link that down below too if you want to check it out. Look how gorgeous. So here I have a little description about what it was going for. I have also a project type, furnishing and styling. I have my roles as budgeting, purchasing furniture and decor, and photography. And then I do have the listing here if you're really curious. You can go ahead and click it. And if you want to book it, that'd be fun too. If you're anywhere near the area. But I have that there just as promoting him obviously as well. And then we have the pictures. So yeah, I took all these pictures and I think they look so good. Not me just like tooting my own horn, but yeah. And you can see if you look back at the presentation, this looks exactly pretty much everything again that we bought online matches it, which is pretty awesome. Some of these items like the lamps, the lighting and stuff, we bought that all in person. And he did some shopping as well, so it's pretty cool. Obviously, you want to allow the client to make his own input on things because that's who you're trying to please anyways. And obviously, help him steer in the right direction, but it's always important to please the client. And then here's some more pictures. Look at the kitchen. Look how beautiful. These other items are just because, again, these pictures were meant to be used for his Airbnb. So it's important to have like open cabinets so they can see what's inside it and what's actually provided. Like these little detail shots. The master, oh, I love these images. It's so clean and crisp. Again, I'm promising I'm not tooting my own horn, but it just like, it looks so cozy, you get me? So we did a good job. That's the whole point too. So very simple again. It's not like we put too much, but it does make it at least feel a little more homey and like there was effort put into this Airbnb. And then here's the other bedroom. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So camera totally cut off because the battery was super warm since it was about to die. But anyways, that will pretty much be it. Again, definitely check this description down below. Ooh, my stuttering. But check the description down below and I'll link pretty much is my website, my Instagram if you'd like to follow it. I'm trying to post a lot more on there. I'm trying to build my portfolio a little bit. Also, again, I really want to get the Etsy shop. I think it'd be very helpful. So let me know what other things you want to learn about. I just really wanted to share my experience because I feel like there's not that many interior designers on YouTube, and I've realized why though, because it's so difficult like filming every single thing like that you have to keep track of. So it can be a little bit overwhelming because this project was done about almost 2-3 months ago when it's difficult, so I completely get why. But I hope it was very insightful on just the whole process and just kind of taking on these smaller projects because it's pretty easy. I would say it's just sometimes a little stressful with timelines and just budgets, but it was a lot of fun. It's, again, obviously decorating and like styling and all that's like the fun part of interior design, finally seeing it come to life rather than maybe doing floor plans or whatever, like the more tedious work. But yeah, like and subscribe if you'd like, and that's all I got. All right, thanks guys, bye.
Sitting in silence, we still feel the vibe, but you could not say a word, and I know what you just decided. We'd be right in the same way.